See, this is a question from 2019 Jee Advanced. So I looked at this question and thought there is a lot of calculation. So instead I thought that let me do the calculations first and then explain. You can read out the question first and see what I have done is nothing special. And ultimately, at the end of the solution, you see, you'll be disappointed rather because you have to work hard and ultimately you get only one option correct. By the way, it's learning all the way. सी देखो यहाँ पे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं किया, टेंशन तो टी है ये दोनों में, यहाँ पे टू टी होगा and it is so this spring it is stretched from its free length, so spring goes by x, this spring goes by x, so we can write this a1 is the rate of change, the double derivative of x with time, by the way. So see, these are the straightforward the equations, right? 2t minus k is 2m into a1 for that block. Next, for this small m block, mg minus t equal to m a2, and then for that 2m block vertically going, so 2mg minus t equal to m times a3, and you already know the constant equation that will be 2a1 equal to a2 plus a3. Now what I am doing here I am substituting, I am calculating from equations 1, 2 and 3, so a1, a2 and a3 in terms of t, and I will substitute on this equation 4, substitute in this equation 4 rather, and find out t as a function of x, I mean how t and x are related. So here's what I have done, see 2t minus kx by m, which is from equation 1, so a1, similarly a2 is mg minus t by m, and a3 is 2mg minus t by 2m. So ultimately you get this equation 7t, 7t is equal to 4mg plus 2kx. So put the value of t in these equations 1, 2 and 3, and so after putting that you get these equations, the equations 6, 7 and 8. That means this a1, a2 and a3 in terms of x, here we get a1, a2 and a3 in terms of x, and see again from this equation 6 you have a1 is equal to how much, a1 is, if I put this minus sign, minus 3k by 14m times x minus, so x minus it will be 3mg by k, so 8mg by k, right, by 3k rather, because we have kept 3k outside this. So by the way, get this. So this is, so that means the angular frequency of this oscillation, and this thing, the angular frequency is root over of 3k by 14m, na, that's for sure, because see this one you have this, when so x equal to 0 is not the mean position, then you get this, and that x-axis is shifted, that's why, by the way. So actually you get from their equilibrium position, see you have given there the maximum extension of the spring is x naught, so that means x naught is twice the amplitude, because wherever this block starts, but it starts and it goes up to x naught, that means extreme to extreme is twice amplitude, so that means x naught by 2 is amplitude. So when extreme to amplitude it goes, that means it is at the mean position, that is, so x equal to x naught by 2 corresponds to the mean position or the equilibrium position for the block 2m attached to the spring. So x naught by 2 is amplitude, not x naught. X naught by 2 is amplitude of 2m. So at x equal to x naught by 2, 2m will be in equilibrium. That's what I said. So a1, that is acceleration of the block, 2m will be 0 at x equal to x naught by 2. In equation 6, you put these values. That means 8 mg minus 3k x naught by 2 is equal to 0. So you get x naught is 16 mg by 3k. So that means this A is not the correct answer. Now when x equal to x naught by 2, the speed of the block connected to the spring. So x equal to x naught by 2 means the block 2m, this block 2m goes through the mean position. So it will obviously have the maximum velocity, that is V max of that 2m equal to amplitude times the angular frequency. So amplitude is x naught by 2. So x naught is 16 mg by 3k. So I'll write here amplitude is 8 mg by 3k times angular frequency is root over of 3k by 14m. So as you see, after calculating, B also doesn't match. Now C is obviously correct. See, that is the constant equation. See, this C and this equation 4, right? So this is obviously correct. This is so obvious. And if you look at D, at an extension x naught by 4, the magnitude of acceleration of block connected to the spring, x equal to x naught by 4. So put x equal to x naught by 4, right? So I'll tell you, put x equal to x naught by 4. So to check up with this D, say x equal to x naught by 4, that means 4 mg by 3k. So what is A1 acceleration? A1 is equal to 8 mg minus 3kx. That means 8 mg minus 4 mg divided by 14m. So that is 4 mg by 14m. That means 4 by 14. That is 2 by 7g. So it is 2g by 7. So even D is not correct. So after huge effort, you end up getting the constant equation as correct only.